So my phone is currently very precariously balanced on a rock, but I just wanted to open this and say that today is the Akimatsuri, which is the autumn festival in Teshima. And yeah, I'm gonna try and film some of it because I think it should be super interesting. Right now, there is nobody around, but I think that it's not really a parade. The men are gonna carry an omikoshi, which is like a portable shrine, up this road and around to the school. Okay, I'm starting to see more people on the streets, and my friend just told me that they're gonna come out around 12:30, which is in like 20 minutes. So I just walked past some people wearing the festival coats, and they said it's gonna start really soon. But I still have my big backpack with my laptop in it and stuff, so I'm gonna drop this at my house, which is in front of me, and then come back out. It is really bloody hot for October. Like, it's really sunny, and right now it's about, I don't know, like 25 degrees or something. When you stand under the sun, you start to sweat. Obviously, I love living here, but I am just bitten to death on my ankles. I look like I've been mauled, I have bruises everywhere. Yeah, I asked my boss, Keiko-san, like, where does this all come from? What's, when did you start doing the omikoshi, I guess, historically, and like what god or like kami-sama is it for, and like etc. She was like, yeah, no one really knows when we started doing it or where the traditions came from. It's just something that you do, it's like when you're a guy and you're like old enough to be strong enough to carry the omikoshi, then you just do that, and like it's something that we do every autumn, like every Akimatsuri. We have this autumn festival. So all the local restaurants and cafes and stuff have prepared these little offerings for the parade, which you can just about see at the end of the street. So someone just explained to me that today is about all of the shops being open and giving snacks, and some people are giving envelopes of money. My cafe is actually also one of the cafes that are giving little drinks of water and snacks and stuff. So I'm trying to outrun them. They're at the end of the street to get to my cafe so I can help with handing them out. So basically they have to stop at every place to have the snacks that they have and have a drink. So we must be like this must be like the 7th place or something. So what's written on here are the donations that they've received from like the businesses or from the people. This is omiki, which is like sake for the gods, and it's kind of like sweet and really thick and very delicious. So you can also donate like beer. Can you also donate beer? Like this beer and sake. Yeah. Apparently the ferry is coming, so they're gonna go and greet the ferry as well. They got stuck in the power line. The festival has now ended. Well, day one of it at least. So the second day is obviously tomorrow, and that's when they're going to be actually hoisting up the big portable shrines and then doing like a little parade down the street. So when it all finished, like everyone was just standing around and catching up and chatting, and it felt like everyone I tried to talk to would sort of like entertain it for like a few minutes and then sort of drift away and like talk to someone else. And then it was just me for a while. I was just standing there, like I could understand like 65% of what the people around me were saying, but I just became very conscious that I'm like an outsider. I've been here 2 weeks, so like it's not that I expect anything different. Like it's one of the drawbacks to doing what I'm doing, coming to live on a very small island where like no one really speaks English. I just miss having like a friend to go to the pub with, or like someone to go and have dinner with, or like to sit and enjoy a beautiful evening with. And I think it's important to record it when you feel like this, because it's not always fucking great, you know? Like there are loads of great bits and there are experiences that I would never ever get if I wasn't doing it, but sometimes just feels like really shitty. And it says Ego Chu, so this place is open. Thank God. Nope, they weren't open for food. So my other bet is the izakaya near my house. And then if that's not open, I might just go to the tiny store, if they're even open, and try and get a beer. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna just buy a fucking can of Coke, like a teenager. I'm not like a teenager. That's what I used to do when I was like 9, from the vending machine. And then just do what that dude was doing and sit and watch the sunset. Weirdly, being on my own is making me feel better. Actually, it's not weird, is it? I secured the beer and I got chatting to a really nice old lady in her shop, and she was like, yeah, good luck with the Japanese learning, keep going. And yeah, she talked to me a bit about moving from Tokyo, and that she grew up on Teshima, moved to Tokyo for work, got a really bad allergies, and then came here and they were solved. And even just that interaction made me feel a lot better. He's definitely gonna think that I'm copying him. I wonder who he is. I've decided I'm just gonna go back and make some rice. What do I have? Rice, sweet potato, aubergine. So I'll just make some of that. And you know what? I'll probably end it here because the rest of my evening is gonna be pretty low-key. Like I'll probably just maybe do some editing. This is not my road. Maybe do some editing. Read my book. Maybe write my book. I hit 70,000 words today, which is a real achievement. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I think this is my road because there's construction. Today is day 2 of the autumn festival. Now they're going to carry the omikoshi basically along the street to the school, and they're going to carry it on their shoulders. And the thing about this omikoshi is that it's a real one, so it's not like made of plastic or anything, it's made of proper wood. So it's going to be, I think, quite difficult to carry, I would imagine. And also it's like really hot again today. And I'm completely out of food, so I need to go to Uno, which is the port, and yeah, pick up some groceries, see if I can find a cafe as well, and sit down and plan out what I'm going to do when I leave here, because I've got like 6 days before I need to go to Fukuoka, and I have 2 days in Nara, so I have like 4 days to fill, and I haven't booked anything, and that's actually in 2 weeks, so I need to get a move on. I've also completely run out of coffee. I mean, that's irrelevant because I'm now buying chocolate latte. I don't even like coffee with milk in it, but I've never had this before, so I wanted to try it. There's also tourists back again today because it's Wednesday, so yesterday the island was closed, and then today I can see many confused people on bikes, so it's open again. It's now 30 minutes after the time they said that they would shippatsu, like depart, and I've now realized that that's about the time you want to come out. And also, this was really good. I drank it in like 2 seconds. Well, I can now see people, but everybody's just sort of standing around so far. Like, you can just about see it over there. And I can't... Oh, okay, I think I can hear some drumming. the heaviest one. So because there aren't enough people, they have to go from, they lift up the small one and then they all have to go to the middle one and lift it up, and then they all have to go to the big one and lift it up. It's funny how these things change. So on the second day, it's been over in an hour and a half and it was really fun to watch, and people came up and talked to me, and then my boss was like, hey, let's go for lunch with this stylist friend that had just come over from Takamatsu. So yeah, feeling much better today. So it was a really lovely lunch, and now I have 10 minutes to get on the ferry to go to Uno so I can get some groceries and some bread. By the way, we've decided that Teshima needs a bakery, so if there are any bakers watching this, then come to the island. Oh fuck, I think that's the fucking boat. Shit, okay. I might literally have to run. I arrived in Uno again. Now I'm gonna find some coffee and go to the bakery and get some bread, and then get some groceries, and then come back. And there are two ferries I can get. This one at like 5, which is in a couple hours, or I stay for dinner and get the ferry at like 7. Haven't decided yet, but I feel so sleepy, even though I haven't really done anything today. I mean, literally, for an hour I watched the Matsuri and then I went for lunch. I think I'm tired because actually the whole time I've been speaking Japanese and like really forced to participate as well, especially at lunch, because there were like I went with 3 Japanese people, and the whole conversation was like rapid fire Japanese, which I could completely understand. Well, pretty much I could understand it. I've never realized how much, like how specific a meaning I'm able to convey in English, and I just can't do that. I've decided to become a speaker of very few words, like become one of those people that just doesn't say much, but what they do say is very profound. I tell you what, living on an island makes you really appreciate like being able to go into a coffee shop and just order a coffee, or, you know, okay, I guess what I had wasn't really a coffee, but order a drink and like get something to eat. It's so nice, and it's nice just to be somewhere a little bit different. This is like my 4th time here, and I never noticed that sculpture. What does that even say? It's like a love woman of... Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Ai no Jo, that's like a woman shrine, and then pig? Goddess of love. Okay, not that. Wow. I can't do this because I'm really fucking late and I need to go and get groceries. I've now run into another problem, which is that I'm completely out of cash because I got all of this shopping, which is the obnoxious squeaking that you can hear. I think those are the eggs. And you can only buy the ferry ticket in cash. And I only need like 700 yen, which for context is like £4, £5. So I'm gonna pray that the 7-Eleven's ATM is actually usable, because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I was actually very successful and I managed to get money out. Here again. Turned out that ticket place was the wrong one, and it's this place you buy a ticket from, which makes sense actually, because when I went to Naoshima I came to Uno and I bought a ticket from like, I think it was around here. Actually the ticket place for Teshima is also closed, so perhaps you'd buy it on the boat, which might be that one coming in. You know, I'm really looking forward to the time where I don't have to worry about missing boats and I can stop worrying about missing trains again, or buses. I feel like that's much more like you can have a plan B. I basically accosted the man who came off this ship and said, I need to buy a ticket and I can't find where the place is. And he was like, jibunde, blah, 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 blah. And he basically said, go to that little ticket shop. And I was like, but there's no one there. And he was like, no, there is. And then I walked over there and there wasn't. So I came back here. And then he was like, no, I'm going to go there and sell you the ticket. When I'm finished my job, like tying the boat to the port, which is fair enough.
On the way, we will be stopping at Iegura Port and Karato Port on Teshima Island.
What a beautiful sunset.